Hello, welcome to this special Triggre Weekend Masterclass. And this is a very special weekend masterclass because typically I have a masterclass where I show you something in the application. And after that, I explain to you how that works in the designer. But in this masterclass, I am only going to show you something in the designer. Because sometimes you want to create, for instance, a title or a subject which consists of multiple parts. So, for instance, welcome to, and then the day of the week, or a date, or a number you would like to add to that subject or message. And sometimes you cannot find that in your flow part. And there is a reason for it, which I'm going to show. So what I would like to do is I have a department title here. And if I would go back to the data, at department, we also have an ID, which you can see here. And we also have the date established on. And what would I like to do, if I go back to the flow part, is I would like to create a specific department title, which states like department, then number, and then the ID number of that department, and the date it was established. So how you would normally do that is, if this is the start, and you click on the department for the department name. I'll start over by the way. So I would state department name, there we go. And I would like to add, for instance, in this case, department number, and then I would like to show the ID number of the department. So if I click this plus right now, I add another plus to attach another part of this description. And what I would like to do now is, like I said, attach or select the ID number of the department. And if I click on inputs and department, you can see that it doesn't show. I just shown you in the data model that it exists. We saw the ID number, we saw the obtained on, however, we don't see it here. And why is that? Well, as you can see here, we've got these small icons in front of the name of the property. And you can see here that it's a text item, and this is a text item, and this is a URL. When creating something like this, we started with the department name, which is a text. So for Triggre, we say like, okay, we are going to create a text. And if you create a text, you can only add additional parts of text to it. No numbers, no dates, just texts. So I can add the dynamic help text to it. I can add the department name again. But like I said, I wanted to add the ID number as well, and also the date obtained. How can I do that? Well, very good question. What we need to do is we need to use a function for that. And that function is make a text. We have a different masterclass about that as well. But in this case, you can see how that works within a situation like this. So I can say make a text, and when I click the input and department, there you go. All the items that weren't a text yet, or aren't a text in the data model, pop up, and I can select established on. Apparently we also have two true-false values, and there's the ID that I would like to use. So I can select the ID. And what Triggre does right now is it states department is a text, this little part in between is also a text, and ID is a text as well because I used the function make a text. So in all those situations where you are like, hey, why don't I see this number? Why don't I see this text? Why don't I see this date? Although I've already been working, to create like a long description or a long number or whatever. Please think of this. It could be the case that the type of property is different and you need to use a function to make them the same. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching the 99th episode of Triggre Weekend Masterclass. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel, and see you next week for our 100th episode.